Silence isn't weakness. It's power. It's the ultimate form of self-control in a world where everyone is fighting to have the last word. We live in a culture that glorifies noise. Social media feeds us an endless stream of opinions, arguments, and debates. Everyone feels the need to respond, to explain, to defend. But here's the truth: not every battle is worth fighting, and not every insult deserves a reply. Think about it. How many times have you wasted energy trying to prove your point to someone who didn't want to understand? How many hours have you spent replaying an argument in your mind, crafting the perfect comeback, only to feel more drained? Silence is your shield. It's not about avoiding conflict, it's about choosing peace over chaos. It's about realizing that your energy is too valuable to waste on people who don't deserve it. Silence often gets misunderstood. People see it as a sign of weakness or submission, but it's the opposite. Silence is strength. It's a choice. A deliberate decision to rise above the noise, the drama, and the distractions. Think about the last time someone provoked you. Maybe they said something rude, dismissed your ideas, or tried to draw you into an argument. Your first instinct was probably to defend yourself, to explain why they were wrong, to prove your point. But did it work? Or did it escalate into more frustration, more negativity, and more wasted energy? Here's the thing: engaging in every battle doesn't make you strong. It makes you exhausted. The strongest people don't need to react to every provocation. They know that silence can say more than words ever could. Silence is powerful because it creates space. Space for clarity, for reflection, and for control. When you stay silent, you don't just avoid unnecessary conflict, you also take back your power. You're no longer reacting to someone else's chaos. You're choosing your own peace. But let's be real, staying silent isn't easy. It takes discipline to bite your tongue when someone is testing your patience. It takes self-control to walk away from an argument when you know you're right. And it takes confidence to let your actions speak louder than your words. Silence doesn't mean you're ignoring the problem. It means you're handling it differently. Instead of arguing with someone who won't listen, you can conserve your energy for something more meaningful. Instead of explaining yourself to someone who's already made up their mind, you focus on what matters to you. One of the most profound strengths of silence is its ability to disarm negativity. When someone throws an insult at you and you respond with silence, you take away their power. They expect a reaction. They want you to lash out, to defend yourself, to argue. But when you don't, they're left with nothing. Your silence speaks volumes. It says, "I won't play your game." Silence also gives you control over your emotions. It allows you to pause, to breathe, and to decide how you want to respond, if you even want to respond at all. It's not about avoiding conflict, it's about choosing battles that align with your values and your peace. Guarding your peace through silence isn't easy, but it's worth it. It's not about suppressing your voice, it's about using it wisely. When and why to stay silent. 1. When emotions are high. In the heat of the moment, it's tempting to say whatever comes to mind. But words spoken in anger can't be taken back. Staying silent when emotions are running high gives you time to process your feelings. It helps you avoid saying something you'll regret later and keeps the situation from escalating further. 2. When the argument has no resolution. Not every argument can be won. Some people are set in their ways, unwilling to see your perspective no matter how much logic or evidence you present. In these cases, silence is your best option. It saves you from wasting energy on a battle you can't win and helps you preserve your peace. 3. When someone is baiting you. There are people who thrive on chaos and conflict. They poke and prod, looking for a reaction. They want to pull you into their negativity because it gives them a sense of control. Staying silent takes that control away. It sends a clear messaging: you don't have power over me. 4. When your energy is better spent elsewhere. Not every situation deserves your attention. Silence allows you to focus on what truly matters: your goals, your well-being, and your relationships with people who uplift you. Instead of pouring energy into arguments or toxic interactions, redirect it toward your growth and happiness. 5. When words won't make a difference. Sometimes the most impactful thing you can say is nothing at all. Silence can be a statement in itself, a way to show that you won't engage in negativity, that you value your peace, and that you refuse to lower yourself to someone else's level. But why is silence so effective in these situations? For one, silence forces people to reflect. When you don't respond, they're left with their own words. They're forced to sit with their actions, their insults, or their negativity without your participation. Silence holds up a mirror, showing them the reality of their behavior. Silence also protects your mental and emotional health. Words are powerful, and engaging in toxic conversations can drain you. By choosing silence, you shield yourself from unnecessary stress and maintain your inner balance. Lastly, silence gives you control. In a world that constantly demands a reaction, staying silent is an act of defiance. It's a way of saying, I choose how I spend my energy, and I choose peace. This doesn't mean you should stay silent in every situation. There are times when speaking up is necessary, when your values are at stake, when someone needs help, or when staying silent would compromise your integrity. The key is knowing the difference and choosing your words and your silence wisely. Guarding your peace through silence isn't about avoidance. It's about strategy. It's about recognizing that not every fight is worth fighting, and not every word needs a reply. It's about valuing your energy, your time, and your peace enough to know when to stay quiet. Choosing silence doesn't just protect your peace. It transforms your entire life. It shifts how you handle relationships, conflicts, and even your inner dialogue. Let's explore how silence can lead to a more peaceful, empowered, and fulfilling life. 1. Silence helps you master self-control. Have you ever noticed how quick reactions often lead to regrets? In the heat of the moment, we say things we don't mean, make promises we can't keep, or react in ways that misrepresent who we are. Silence gives the pause you need to reflect before you respond. It's not about ignoring the situation, but about approaching it with thoughtfulness and intention. Over time, practicing silence builds discipline. It teaches you to control your impulses and focus on what truly matters. You no longer feel the need to defend yourself against every criticism or engage in every disagreement. Instead, you respond from a place of strength and purpose. 2. Silence deepens your relationships. It might seem counterintuitive, but silence can strengthen your connections with others. In a world where everyone is eager to speak, being the one who listens is a rare gift. Silence allows you to hear not just the word is saying, but the emotions behind them. It creates space for understanding, empathy, and meaningful conversations. When you're silent, you're not rushing to fill the void with your own thoughts or opinions. You're present, attentive, and engaged. This kind of presence is powerful. It makes people feel seen and valued, which in turn fosters trust and connection. 3. Silence creates mental clarity. Noise isn't just external, it's internal too. Our minds are constantly filled with thoughts, worries, and to-do lists, creating a sense of overwhelm. Choosing silence, whether through meditation, reflection, or simply stepping away from distractions, helps quiet that noise. In silence, you can hear your own thoughts more clearly. You can identify what's truly important, what needs your attention, and what doesn't. This clarity helps you make better decisions, solve problems more effectively, and navigate life with greater ease. 4. Silence protects your energy. Not every interaction deserves your energy. By staying silent in situations that don't serve you, you conserve your emotional and mental resources for the things that do. This doesn't mean you're avoiding conflict or being passive. It means you're prioritizing yourself. Imagine the freedom of no longer feeling obligated to explain yourself, defend your choices, or engage with negativity. That's the power of silence. It allows you to focus on what brings you joy, fulfillment, and growth instead of being drained by unnecessary battles. 5. Silence fosters inner peace. When you choose silence, you're not just avoiding conflict, you're creating harmony within yourself. Silence helps you detach from the chaos around you and reconnect with your center. It's a reminder that your peace is more important than winning an argument or proving a point. Inner peace doesn't mean your life is free of challenges. It means you've developed the ability to stay grounded, calm, and focused. No matter what's happening around you, silence is a key part of that process. 6. Silence builds respect. Have you ever noticed how much more powerful a quiet, composed person seems compared to someone who's always talking? Silence commands respect. It shows that you're confident enough to let your actions speak louder than your words. When you respond with silence instead of defensiveness, you demonstrate self-assurance. You're saying, I don't need to explain myself to you because I know my worth. That kind of confidence is magnetic. It draws people to you and sets a standard for how you expect to be treated. Silence opens doors to opportunities. When you're constantly talking, you might miss what's being said around you. Silence allows you to observe, learn, and adapt. It gives you the chance to pick up on opportunities you might otherwise overlook. In professional settings, for example, silence can be a strategic advantage. It shows that you're listening, processing, and thoughtful, qualities that are highly valued. Whether in a job interview, a negotiation, or a brainstorming session, silence can set you apart. Ultimately, the transformation that comes from embracing silence is about empowerment. It's about taking control of your life, your energy, and your peace. It's about choosing to engage only with what uplifts and fulfills you. And it's about recognizing that sometimes, the most powerful statement you can make is no statement at all. Guarding your peace through silence isn't just a tactic. It's a way of life. It's a commitment to yourself, your well-being, and your future. And it starts with one simple choice: to stay silent when it matters most. Silence isn't about avoiding challenges or running from conflict. It's about protecting your energy and prioritizing your peace. It's about knowing when to speak and, more importantly, when not to. Silence is a choice, a powerful one, that puts you back in control of your emotions, your time, and your life. Imagine what would change if you embraced silence as a strength instead of seeing it as a weakness. Think about how many arguments you could avoid, how much energy you could save, and how much peace you could gain. By staying silent in the right moments, you free yourself from the weight of unnecessary battles and drama. Guarding your peace silence doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you start caring more about yourself. It means you respect your boundaries, your time, and your energy enough to choose wisely where you spend them. Silence lets you step back, reflect, and respond from a place of power and intention, not from a place of impulse. So, the next time you're faced with a situation where someone is testing your patience or to draw you into negativity, pause. Take a deep breath. Ask yourself, is this worth my energy? If it's not, stay silent. Not because you're ignoring the problem, but because you're choosing your peace over their chaos. Before you go, remember this: silence is your superpower. Use it to guard your peace, protect your energy, and transform your life. If this message resonated with you, hit that subscribe button to stay inspired. Share this video with someone who needs to hear it, and drop a comment below about a time when silence helped you reclaim your power. Let's create a community that celebrates peace, self-respect, and resilience. And always remember, guarding your peace is a choice, and silence is the key.